Yes, 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 yes. It is the YKF Cinema Show. Everything we talk about is between consenting adults.
Dramatic and erotic thrills. Kinky people talking about films. Nicholas Tanek in a triple bill. He's a film buff guru, cult hero, tickling whatever you will. What gives you satisfaction? What's action? It's a YKF Cinema Show.
Yes, 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 yes. I am Nicholas Tanek. This is the YKF Cinema Show. I'm your host. Tonight we have something very special lined up. Our guest is the magnificent, wonderful, the one and only Mistress Genevieve. A very good friend throughout the years. A force in the kink community, someone who's inspired me, kept me alive, basically, with her inspiration and her energy and everything she does. She's an activist, film lover, professional dominatrix, one of the sharpest minds I know when it comes to darker, sexier, and more transgressive sides of cinema. She knows so much about so much cool stuff. We're going to go full gothic tonight with the 1977 Mexican cult classic, Alucarda. It's a wildish, feverish, blasphemous tale, possession, lesbian desire, religious hysteria, satanic rebellion? Maybe? I don't know. This isn't just a horror movie. This is a pressure cooker of repression, eroticism, explosive liberation that hits right at the heart of how kink always feed off each other. Mistress Genevieve is here to educate me on this film, break down the symbolism, the power, the connection between Alucarda and Justine, the influence, and how movies like Alucarda reflect and inspire the worlds of power exchange, taboo, and the forbidden desire that many of us really love to live. So, Mistress Genevieve, thank you so much for being here. I'm so honored.
Well,
how are you? How you been?
I've been all right. It's been a long
all right,
week.
everybody can get 15% off all inventory at lockedandlust.com with offer code YKF. You've been all right. So you're out of New Orleans. You've been all right in New Orleans. So before we get into the show, any news from New Orleans kink community?
I am pretty on the down low, like to myself a lot lately. But I am going back and forth to Houston. So
Houston, home of UGK.
Well, that's my original hometown, and I'm hoping to move back within a couple of years, maybe.
Right. You and I have talked movies throughout the years. We did a show called, We Talk Film, which was really just us babbling and talking about films. There's no direction, no point, but we have direction. We have purpose. We have clarity today. We have clarity. And today, our clarity is Alucarda. Also, there were other titles in America. They always put in other titles, for video. It was also known as Sisters of Satan, right?
Yeah.
Innocence from Hell. Yeah. And Mark of the Devil 3. Because 1 and 2 left so much, so many questions. So,
I was
all right.
Out that the director was involved with Tempopo, not Tempopo, El Topo.
El Topo, yes.
Jodorowsky.
Mm-hmm.
Guy that did,
yes.
And he almost did Dune, and he did Santa Sangre. Santa Sangre is wonderful.
I was watching that. I would put that on. It's on Tubi right now. I was putting that on, and I noticed that it's great to freak people out. You just have it on in the background. People walk in and be like, "What the hell are you watching?"
It's beautiful. I mean, these people in South American horror movies. I think it's a really underpaid attention to genre. The Latin horror from this, like, so good. Things like the what's the ones with the kind of forgot the name of it. The one with the dead Templar Knights.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, I forgot the name of it. Jesus.
All right. So before we begin, I want to do this. Do I have your consent to talk about sex and film with you on the YKF CINEMA SHOw, Mistress Genevieve?
Or
Wonderful. I wanted to get that out of the way because, the consent is sexy. Consent is important. All right. So why did you choose this film, Alucarda?
I had actually made a post right before you asked me to do the show in which I asked, it was a shared meme of like, what's your favorite horror movies? And at first I had named Martyrs, the French film.
Oh, yes.
American one sucks.
American one is horrible. It's like blasphemy.
Oh, just don't let Americans touch. Then they came out. One of my friends came up. He's like, my favorite's Alucarda. I was like, definitely. I watch that one like way more times a year than I do watch Martyrs. I was like, yeah, that's one of my very favorites. It's so beautiful, the way it's shot, the textures, the richness, the acting, that even the vocal tones of the people. Like, I love it.
Yeah, I remember I was watching, just so everybody knows, I was watching this film. So I'm sitting there with, sunshine, my key holder. We love to watch films. And so we're preparing for Alucarda. I've never heard of this. Oh, I've heard of it, but I didn't really know the intensity of it until Mistress Genevieve really educated me on this. So I see this scene. Let's check out this scene. Now, that's just the little section, but I texted you, I go, bloody nuns on fire. And you go, isn't it beautiful? I was like, we have to do this. All right. So what does that, this is, I'm Nicholas Tanek. Everything's pretty much kink related because I'm obsessive compulsive in that way. So
get my attention.
Oh, the Fabian?
Yes.
Oh.
If we pull him over, maybe he'll be happy. You happy?
All right. So, ooh, get that.
What happened?
No, I'm back. I just wanted to get. I wanted the full screen for the cat. That's all. All right. So, and what does it represent in kink for you when it comes to this movie?
It's very sapphic. I find it very tender. Like the love affair overshadows the Satanism and the exorcism and everything for me. Even though it's a small part of the film, it's just the tenderness. It's so tender, and like here you are. The whole film is supposed to be the Christians are good, but if you look at it, Alucarda is the sweet and tender, and she's always possessed. She's possessed from the very beginning. Right
from the beginning, yeah.
In the beginning, I didn't know. I knew that I paid attention to dialogue, so I knew that it was a vampire baby, but I didn't know it was supposed to be Dracula with Lucy Westenra. She was born in the crypts, and she was taken by the gypsy. She was taken by him to protect her, and he turns out to be the satyr. And
yeah.
So he's been watching after her, even though he put her in the convent. He's been watching after her, protecting her under the guidance of other.
Now I'm looking for my phone because I didn't have it. Because I do have a favorite line. So, do you have a favorite line or scene?
These are my secrets. Like talking about her little bugs and dudes that she collects. She's very autistic. Yeah. She's probably autistic by watching her.
My favorite line. My favorite line. It is pretty obvious. And this is what the devil does. And so for years, it was like 1989. I heard My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult. I thought I heard that and Cooler Than Jesus. Here I am. I'm like, I made my confirmation, and I'm sick. I'm done with Christianity at this point, right? I'm listening to nothing but the Jesus Mary Chain and Sisters of Mercy. I hear this, and this is, I don't know, it like resonated with me for years. And it wasn't until you were like, we should do this movie, and then I'm watching this movie, and then I hear, and this is what the devil does, and it was, yeah, it was wild. Okay, all right.
playlist of all the movies that Hysterical Cult sampled. So like Midnight Cowboy, this one, forgot what all's in it. But yeah, this one they sampled in a couple of songs.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right, trauma check. Did this film give you trauma, or how bad will it give someone trauma?
Film doesn't ever give me trauma. I mean,
No, neither me neither.
And anything where like the church is the one at fault in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're supposed to be exorcising and freeing her, but Alucarda was free.
Mm-hmm.
When she was possessed, she was free. She's been possessed since birth. She's the daughter of Dracula. That's Alucarda backwards is Dracula.
And that I also thought of it as a symbol, like for relationships, for almost kinky relationships, because you see two people, and we're living in this world, right? And that's trying to tell you what to do, trying to, mold you into this type of person, and making you feel horrible to the point of torture if you don't do anything, if you don't do it their way, if you don't live their way, if you don't think their way. You know what I mean? Oh, and then these two people actually found each other, but yet the church or the government or whoever it is trying to crush them. And you don't fuck with a vampire, lesbian, Satanist. You just don't do it.
I also like that the original piece that inspired it is Carmilla, which is an 1800s vampire lesbian novel. True to that to the time period, they would not let you be explicit. So it's a very simple love affair. But in Carmilla, the vampire is draining. Carmilla is draining the girl. But in Alucarda, she's made this woman passionate, this girl passionate. And she's happy. They're both happy until they're sat down in their catechism class or whatever that was. And then when they're being forced to read the Bible and recite this stuff, they denounce it. And that's when they're triggered. But they're happy.
Yeah. Now, when did you first, I always love this because it timestamps things.
Huh?
When did you first see Alucarda? What was your immediate emotional reaction?
Just the beauty. It's so beautifully shot. The lights.
But where were you? Were you young? Were you in New Orleans? Or were you in Houston?
In New Orleans, I think. I had to consume so much exploitation and 70s horror over a brief period. I know what we put in background, but the time that I most remembered it is when I had been sitting back making the playlist of Hysterical Cult songs and trying to go by the movies and find out what movies they were from, and then watch those movies.
It's funny how sampling does that.
Yeah.
It totally it gives a whole new life to other things. You know what I mean?
They had the best samples of movies. It's like they had a good movie knowledge. So I was like,
Hysterical Cult's amazing. I saw them when Sexplosion came out.
A friend of mine was coming for them, and one of my partners from the band I used to be in, and they're on tour right now.
Yes, they are. They put on a good show. They had a whole bar on the show, like as the production value. And I was at City Gardens in Trenton, New Jersey, of all places, which is like a shoebox. It's not like this elegant place. It's like a shoebox in the middle of a field. And yet they had this production value where they put up a bar with stools and everything like that. And of course, like Sex on Wheels was the big hit. And I was already past it. Like I was all into, a Daisy Chain for Satan and Devil Does Drugs and stuff like that. So like Sex on Wheels is like.
Those were earlier albums than the Sexplosion album.
Yes.
Problem, you could tell when Thomas Thorne left, because Thomas Thorne went to formed Electric Hellfire Club, and Electric Hellfire suddenly had the stronger movie samples.
Oh, yes.
Thorne from Electric Hellfire Club that actually was responsible for that.
And we used Electric Hellfire. You suggested I use Electric Hellfire Club in the promotion for this. This is great. Yeah. Okay. So, Did it feel in the movie? Did it feel more like horror exploitation or something closer to ritual or performance art?
I felt it was a love story.
I get that, 100%. Yeah, I get that.
Love story, and then the loving couple against the oppressive system.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, so the theme is saturated, right, with Catholic imagery. So
yeah.
how do you?
I mean,
I was sitting there watching this, and okay, I'm quoting Negative Land. There's a band called Negative Land, and there's a song called Christianity is Stupid. So when I was watching this, and I know you and I have the same sense of humor, so I'm like thinking this, and I'm like, I couldn't get the song out of my head as the nuns are burning.
Yeah.
So how did you interpret its portrayal of the religious authority in this? It's
oppressive. Yeah. It's oppressive, and it's destroying the happiness of this lesbian couple. The nun that they have, the nun that they interact with the most, she's very maternal and very sweet until there was the denouncing of the system. Like she was just fine. She was not a problem. But the second they bucked against the system, she became hateful. She became like, we have to fix these girls. There's something wrong with them. What's wrong with them?
It reminds me of almost like conversion therapy.
It was.
Yeah, right. So do you see the convent as a metaphor for control, repression, or even a kind of structured BDSM dynamic?
And it is very much an oppressive system, and it shows how, like, at first the convent is seen as a nurturing space, a space of safety, and it becomes the space that's a murder. It kills her. Yeah. It kills Justine. And I find it funny. Justine is also the name of one of Marquis de Sade's most famous characters.
So it's one of his famous books. It's before 120 Days.
I mean, Justine and Juliet. And I'm wondering if that is purposeful. It's got a lot of tribute to classic 18th century and 17th century BDSM literature and vampire literature. Yes,
definitely. So the dynamic between Alucarda and Justine.
Alucarda.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Now, one of the questions. So I'm going around the manor. I'm talking about this movie. Some people have never heard of it, but there's a strong lesbian presence at the manor. So I'm trying to describe the relationship between them, because here I am. I'm kind of just letting this movie wash over me. So how would you describe their connection as erotic, romantic, as something more primal? Or I was almost thinking of, like, they were both oppressed and both, like, yeah, they're fighting for their lives almost.
It's very pure and simple. And I mean, you think of the childhood relationships between girls that are not like girls, and there's this sentimentality that makes it a very romantic relationship. Yes. Girls. And that's what comes across. But these are grown women. These are well past their teens or just into their 20s, and so they're not childish, but they're full of wonder, and they're like happy in love. They're like springtime romance, run through the fields together.
So. There's also a lot of pain and ecstasy. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of blood, a lot of physical extremity.
You've got the ecstasy of the nuns when they're in penance, which is part of the reason why the nuns' outfits are all bloody, is that these nuns, their sexuality is the penance, the flagellation.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good way to look at it.
They self-torture in their Bride of Christ.
Their sexuality is the penance.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a very interesting way to look at it.
Well, kind of like you've seen In the Name of the Rose.
Yes, Sean Connery.
That the guy gets off to his penance.
Mm-hmm.
His sexuality.
Yeah. His sexuality is his penance, definitely. Oh, right. Do you see any parallels? I mean, possession in the film and surrender in BDSM.
Initially, which in Carmilla, the book that it comes from, which also they have Hammer Films with Ingrid Pitt. In that one, the Justine parallel is consumed and possessed and drained by Carmilla. In this one, she's possessed by Carmilla, but they're both possessed by the love. It's not a draining, parasitic type of thing. There's a certain codependency, but it's a romantic, light, airy, childish, full of wonder romance. And then when it becomes the possession, it stays in that lightheartedness, even as they do the almost marriage scene with the horn god.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're doing that, it's almost a marriage, and they're accepting Satan into their heart, and they're accepting each other as each other's wife. But they're still happy and lighthearted up until they are forced to sit in the class with the other girls at the convent orphanage and take their religion classes. They're elated in their, yeah, that's the scene right there. The marriage right before the goat god.
Mm-hmm.
The Baphomet.
Who would you say actually holds the power in this movie? The church, the girls, or is it something else?
The love.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Even the father's love for his daughter, the guy that comes in and tries to like stop them from killing Justine.
Now, Alucarda is labeled as exploitation. Do you think that label limits how people interpret it?
No, I don't think that people like get swept up when they're looking at exploitation films. I don't think this is one that pops in their head. This is definitely a horror film. That when it falls into an exploitation genre, it falls under nunsploitation, which is also a very varied genre.
Yeah, yeah. School of the Holy Beast.
I mean, the Devils. This has.
Oh, yes.
The Devils is great. Oh my God.
Now, do you think, with the way the world is, do you think, especially with all the Christian right coming up in this country? I mean, are we that far from like exorcisms and stuff like that?
Exorcisms in the past 20 years. There's that weird evangelist guy and his daughters that are doing exorcisms. I mean, we're not that far off.
Yeah. Do you use in your sessions? Do you use Satanism or any of this, even just as imagery? You know,
I sometimes wear clothes that have pentagrams on it, but not too often. The ritual's more in my head. I have had people that request it, but I mean, I know there's people like Satanatrix Vi who use it as branding and present in most of their scenes, or that's how they build themselves, so they get a large following for that. But my Satanism is mine, so it's not something that I use symbolically as a brand or symbolically in session, so I don't get a lot of calls for people that ask for it. So
Satanism is mine. Oh.
Yeah, my Satanism spirituality. So
all right. All right, here's a question, basically in general, because I love exploitation movies, but like I understand why they can be kind of shrugged off in a way. Like I don't shrug them off. I appreciate them. I do, but like most people do. Most people are like, oh, it's just, you know. So this question basically, can exploitation cinema still be deeply artistic or philosophical?
Yes, very much
I
so.
totally think. Any examples of that besides Alcura?
Geez, that's a hard one.
Alucarda? Yeah.
I mean, even looking at Martyrs, which is also it's torture lesbianism. That was very philosophical about the transcendence.
Incredibly deep movie. I highly recommend the French version of Martyrs. Oh my god.
The transcendence of pain and the martyrdom and becoming saint-like. God, it's a really difficult question. Makes me have to like draw upon a large category of things.
All right, let me ask you this way. Trash Humpers by Harmony Korine.
Uh-huh.
Is that artistic or philosophical, or is it just exploitation?
Which Harmony Korine?
Trash Humpers. It's literally an hour and a half of
I think I've seen
a bunch of people of old. You can find it on YouTube. It's it's there's a lot of, speaking of that. Okay, it's a question I didn't even, let's go off script for a second. There are certain films where Harmony Korine is one of them. Stuff like Aggro, Grift, and even Trash Humpers, where they almost don't seem to be like meant to be just sit down and watch. It's almost like you could have it on the screen in the background at like some weird party or something like that. You know, the new Harmony Korine Aggro Grift is all in infrared, and it seems the fellow director Sam Hell has been on the show. He's like, yeah, it seems like some of you project on an arcade while people play video games. You know what I mean? It's this movie, right? Could you see this movie being played in like some goth dungeon?
Dance nights, and I've seen it on the screen before.
I could totally see that. I could totally like being projected on it.
I had it on the screen one night, and it made me like follow around the DJ just because he had it on there, and I was like, Alucarda. I gotta
That's the thing. That's the connection. You find someone who understands this special movie, and so that's why I love the fact that you showed me this movie. That's wonderful. I truly appreciate it. So let me ask you this: it's about King. Extreme horror stuff like Martyrs and the torture, the devils, Sallow, even stuff like that.
Serbian.
How has cinema, especially extreme horror, shaped your modern kink aesthetics?
Such a very difficult question again. I've never examined how it influences it. I've examined more that like the Catholicism influence upon sadomasochism, and that Leopold von Sacher-Masoch and Marquis de Sade were both Catholics. So like I think that Catholicism permeates a lot of the horror I like.
Yeah. Okay.
Even down to if you're looking at even looking at Dracula, it's a Protestant culture it came from, but Protestant rebelling from Christianity, from Catholicism. You've got the crosses, the holy water, so it's all very Catholic down to the roots. And Catholicism, Jesus, you walk through the Catholic Church, and you've got the 12 Stations of Christ, and they're all torture scenes. You've got Bastion and his piercing and being strung up, the martyrdom of all the saints. Catholicism is so BDSM, and Catholicism permeates so much horror, especially a lot of the supernatural horror.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Okay. So do you see elements of Alucarda reflected in real world better scenes of fashion, role play? I always thought when I was watching Alucarda, I kept on, and now this is kind of, I don't want to say douchebaggy me, but yeah, I was reminded of the Manson girls. The
farm girl like dress of Alucarda, the girls in the class.
And
house in the prairie type feel to their dresses.
And there is a weird, I don't know if this has ever been said, but I've noticed it. It's not very common, but there is like that Manson family girl kink type thing going on. It does happen. I'm not saying I'm one of them. I'm just saying it happens out there.
There was very Manson-y. I mean, just the dreaminess of the girls, the cult-like possession of the girls. But I mean, their possession was so wrapped up. There was like no distinguishing line between their love for each other and their devotion to Satan. It was just all one vibe.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack. I saw the movie. I was texting you while I was watching it. I was watching it with Sunshine, and it was really late, and we were really like kind of confused. I'm used to horror movies. I'm used to like, and you know me, like the weirder the better. I'm like, yeah, great, sure. Whereas, and I forget that other people aren't as immune to stuff like this. So I'm laughing at the bloody nuns on fire, and she's like, ah. Like, what's going? Like, she's like, okay.
I'm worse.
Nick's showing me some other weird.
I got in trouble for laughing in the middle of happiness.
oh wait, the when the dog licked the thing at the end,
all through it, like even incest. Oh yeah, I was in trouble.
It is a movie. Like, people out there, this is kink. It's consensual role play. It's make believe. It's like we're adults, we're human adults, and we're movies are. Tobey Maguire is not really Spider-Man. All right.
About the people that have an issue with rape revenge film, because there's a lot of people that use rape revenge not as an inspiration to people that have rape fetishes, but as people who have been sexually assaulted.
Hell yeah.
Who want that revenge and that vengeance, like things like.
Hell yeah. Oh my God. I read about it in my book, The Coolest Way. Lynn, we were living off red boxes. We were living off movies. We really didn't have any money, so we were living off red box DVDs. I Spit on Your Grave, the remake was there. We watched that. Now, this woman has been, a long time ago, I read about it in the book, she's been raped horribly, by a gang rape. I mean, every rape's horrible, but like, just, it was a nightmare. And when she saw that film, she was like fucking on the edge of her seat going like, yeah, fuck, yeah, what's that thing,
Yeah. So there's a lot of people there. This new generation is so delicate about trigger warnings, and I'm like, there's a certain therapy of subjecting yourself to the difficult.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but other people are being delivered from their pain and their trauma by being pushed through that trauma to get to the other side, where it's the revenge, where it's getting back at. Oh God, Run Bitch Run is one of them.
Oh yeah, Run.
I love that. That is a really good tribute to classic exploitation, rape, revenge of the 70s. And if she goes through all the role play fetish stereotypes. She goes through the nun, the nurse, the schoolgirl, school teacher, like all of it.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. Oh, there is, speaking of I Spit on Your Grave, there is a great documentary about I Spit on Your Grave and how it got made and the behind the scenes out of it. I thought it was very interesting when I saw it. Anyway, let's talk about comparisons. How does Alucarda compare to other extreme movies we talked about a lot, like Martyrs and Sallow? I mean, you love Alucarda, you love those movies too.
It's got a deeper, more impactful romanticism. Like Martyrs, you're coming in Martyrs at a point in their relationship. Their relationship has always been damaged, broken girls and that are traumatized. In Alucarda, you're coming in on a romantic relationship in which nobody's been traumatized.
Yes.
No hurt and nobody's in pain, and everybody's happy and deeply in love. And things like Martyrs, you're coming in on very fragile, broken people.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. They're all martyrs.
They're all traumatized, and their relationship is built around their trauma dump. not trauma bond, because trauma bond's a whole different thing. But
Mhm.
it's built around her codependency. She's got to protect her girlfriend from her nightmares and her PTSD. But you're already there when the movie starts.
Yeah, I mean, she basically born an orphan,
Yeah, well,
right? Yeah,
she was discovered in the streets. Uh,
yeah.
she had escaped the place where they were torturing, and nobody believes her that there's all this torture. And they go into that house, and it's like this perfect like suburban family, but she keeps trying to tell her that this is the house where the trauma happened. This is these people are. She murders them, and she's like, "Why did you murder them?" No, those were the people that tortured me. She's like, "No, this was a good, nice family." And then it turns out, she finds out these really were the people that tortured her. It's a front,
Mm.
the lab that's underneath the house where they're torturing.
Martyrs is an absolutely incredible movie. It stays with me, and it always stays with me. And here's a wild thing. I don't know what's wrong with me, but like every time someone passes away,
Mhm.
I end up like cathartically. I watch that movie for some reason. It makes me think about it in this weird layered way. I don't know. But all right, before we get back to Alucarda, because we got Sallow on the screen, is that are they gonna live Sallow these days? Is the Trump administration, Elon Musk and all them, are they gonna start eating shit?
I mean, they, according to the Epstein files, have.
I know, right?
But I mean, in Solo also, there's no romanticism in Solo, except for Marquis de Sade's romanticizing all the things he's not doing because he's in prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
basically.
there's no heartfelt, deep connections really in that movie. It's the elite just proving that they are untouchable and invincible and can do all these horrific things with immunity.
And they're bored.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we're gonna just like rip his nipples off. All right, okay, sure. It's all right. Is there a personal reflection?
They're getting off to the fact that they have such ultimate wealth and ultimate power that they could just check out of their lives and just have
Mm-hmm.
a resort of depravity.
All right, personal reflection. Did Alucarda change the way you think about power, submission, or even desire?
No, I think I was already there about the intimacy of pain.
Mm.
Like, I think I was already there about the innocence and the girlishness of a lot of lesbian romance. I think I was already there, definitely already there with the nuns and their sexuality, and the penance. So I even long before I watched Alucarda, I wrote a performance piece that had a lot to do with that had penance in it, where one priest is flagellating. The young priest is flagellating because he had impure thoughts about the older priest, and the older priest is masturbating because he had impure thoughts about the younger priest, and it's both of them are in a way masturbating. The flagellation is masturbation.
So, this now reminds me of if you were going to do an Alucarda burlesque number.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to produce an Alucarda, and let's say you had more people, it was just you, like so you had you could be Alucarda and someone could be Justine, or vice versa, or you could be the priest, or whatever, or that is the other guy. What kind of burlesque number do you think it would be?
I don't know. A lot of my numbers more deal with inner conflict than individual conflict. So that would be a tough thing to say. As I repeated, that movie is more about the romance to me. So it would definitely
Mm-hmm.
be more about the lesbian affair and the marriage before Satan, the pebbling.
All right. So, I have another question here. How does this film resonate with your work as a dominatrix?
Other than like the nun play I sometimes get into, um, I don't know. It's more of a lesbian film. I mostly play with men, not a I
Mm.
mostly play with men, but that's what just naturally gravitates more.
Well, if you were going to design a scene inspired by Alucarda for like a man, like maybe he's the priest, for example, or
Mm.
someone else.
It
Yeah.
would be them bound in the wax play, possibly needle play, fire play.
All right. What does it ultimately say about freedom?
It's very much about the oppression they felt under the system.
Yeah.
The systems would oppress them, and not their carnal natures, and not their individualities. It's when they were forced to come into the class and to be there swallowing this spoon-fed religion that they broke out. And then they're breaking out, the system crushed them and killed her.
How do you think it's aged?
I think it's timeless. I think it's one of these beautiful art pieces. It kind of Hieronymus Bosch kind of reminds me of his paintings.
Mm. I also think because the way it filmed, it reminds me of, Anna Biller in The Love Witch kind of made her movie look like that, have like the filter on it. So it
phone in that one scene.
What?
She has the cell phone in the one scene.
Yeah, she does. Oh my god, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. She has.
Oh, I'd love to get Anna Biller on the show. Shout out to Anna Biller.
She tips you off that it's never been a scene, that it's a timepiece, period piece.
I gotta see that again. It's been a while. It's gonna be a while. So yeah, and it reminds me of those. There's a nostalgia to it because of it. First of all, it has like a dream quality to it.
Yeah.
Right. But then it reminds me of those films that I wasn't supposed to watch when I was younger. You know what I mean? So
a movie called Viva, which I didn't get to see, but I've seen.
Viva's great. I did promote PR for that when it came out. I did. Yeah, Viva's great. I personally like The Love Witch better. Viva's sexier though. Like it's overtly sexual. Like I'm a lingerie, so there's women in lingerie all over it. So yeah.
And it's got a lot of what's more in depth than anything that would have been I wouldn't say Russ Meyer, because Russ Meyer was he did more Mondo type feeling, vignettes, more vignettes of a character. Though I don't know, it actually does go along with the one he did with Ebert. Ebert and him wrote one together, the
Beyond the Valley of the Dolls.
Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, yeah.
Yeah, yes. I gotta see that again too. I haven't seen it in ages. And then it's wild because after the liver transplant, right? I have a different perspective on life. Especially the older I get after the transplant, I view things differently. I view art differently. I think I'm subjected or I'm bombarded by the beauty of it a little more. But I also see like the lack of effort and the lack of passion as a little more. You know what I mean? So
from your donor,
I've reached out to them. They never got back. They didn't want the liver. I don't think they want me. Yeah, but yeah, I reached out to them.
But do you think you got traits from the donor?
I don't know, but one thing I do know is that I'm living life through like a new lens, through my lens, but like a new lens as well. And water tastes more wet. It's weird. It's weird. Like music sounds, I could hear like every note of the human touch feels much more pleasurable. It's wild. It's really wild. It's like think of Spinal Tap. There's 10. Well, my amp goes to 11. You know what I mean? It's wild. So okay, I have this game at the Manor. Mistress Manor is the dungeon that we hang out with. We go to. If you're ever in Jersey, oh my God, they love you there. They love musicals. So I joke around I'm doing a show, so I'm like, what movie shouldn't be in a musical? And a lot of them is like Schindler's List. They shouldn't make a musical of that. You never know. New York City, they probably will. So if Alucarda was going to be a musical, what is the name of the song would be for this? Wait. Oh, it didn't go.
What's going on?
Oh, wait. Sorry. It would be this one. I'm sorry.
Which one?
At the stage. So if this was a musical.
Baby's on fire.
Baby's on fire. Better throw her in the water. Yeah. Brian Eno went up. Oh, that's why I love it, Miss Genevieve.
Like a heifer to the slaughter.
I love Velvet Goldmine. That's another one. That's where I heard that song for the first time.
Velvet Goldmine's great. I saw that in the theater.
Absolutely love that movie. Absolutely. Yeah. Rewatchability. Is Alucarda rewatchable?
I watch it so many times in a year. Every year.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I think so.
Do you have it on special? Do you watch it certain times of the year more than others?
No, I wander around my YouTube and it comes up a lot because I have it saved and I have it in playlist and.
Well, guess what?
You needed to stream it, and I was like, "Here it is."
The one on YouTube is cut. There's like 10 minutes cut from it, and I have the kink community really comes through. Kink helps kink, everybody. Shout out to Ed Wood from Mistress Matter. He gave me the uncensored version. I'll get it to you as soon as this is over. I can't wait for you to see it. It's not much that different, but yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, trivia. 1977, the number one hot year-end single was "Tonight's the Night, Gonna Be All Right" by Rod Stewart. So would Rod Stewart "Tonight's the Night, Gonna Be All Right" go well with this?
I don't know that. Tonight's the night. Oh, do I know this song?
It was number one. Oh, here's some wild, interesting facts about Juan López Moctezuma.
Oh,
yeah, he was actually Montezuma, a very brief, relative of the Aztec emperor.
Yeah.
He was a protege of Jodorowsky, collaborator. He was an associate producer of the legendary cult film El Topo.
I like the story of his dementia and being an escape artist with his fans.
Yes, he did. He suffered from Alzheimer's. Suffered from Alzheimer's. For your Poe heads out there, he adapted Edgar Allan Poe for his debut feature, The Mansion of Madness, aka Dr. Tar's Torture Dungeon.
And I can't remember it too distinctly, but I've seen it several times, just kind of passively ADHD watching.
Now, did you know there was going to be a sequel?
No, I didn't.
This is going to be called Alucarda Rises from Her Tomb.
This is horrible. Leave it alone.
Yeah, well, no, he was going to be involved with it too. Oh. Yeah. But it never got. It was, and that could be. Look, as someone, I wrote 3 books. I was going to say I'm working on this book, and it never happened.
Yeah. Well, I had to give them for making the remake of Suspiria.
What did you think about the remake of Suspiria?
I'm glad that they let it stand alone.
Yes.
Because if they had actually remade Suspiria, I would have been pissed.
Mm-hmm. Like if they made it they overdid the use of shadow to make it look like it a Dario Argento. They made it something itself.
Yeah, they
altered
the story. The story isn't quite the same.
Mm.
So they let it stand alone. They just had the Suspiria, but they didn't have the 3 sisters and all that is dead. Like you have to go through all the Dario Argento movies and find like the Mother of Tears and all that to like find like references to the 3 mothers.
Mm. Yeah. I couldn't even get I saw Mother of Tears once, but there was a lot of Argento that just disappointed me, honestly. Tenebrae. What's Tenebrae?
one of them that has a title like it is it, but it's not, and then another one that's got a title like it's not it, but it is one of them, and I can't remember which two titles those were, but one of them I think was Tenebrae.
So if there was a sequel to Alucarda, let's say they hired you, someone saw this, some producer saw this and said, Mistress Genevieve, I want you to pen the sequel to Alucarda. Alucarda rises from her tomb. What would it be?
I don't know.
Will she go after the Pope?
She'd probably rise up and like do a lesbian cult to go after the Epstein crowd.
That would be interesting. You know what? I think we should get on it. Hollywood should get on that. Or no, not Hollywood. We got to add. Yeah. You make it like without Hollywood money, right? Yeah, right. See, we got something here. You could pen the sequel to Alucarda. Alucarda Rise, written by Mistress Genevieve. I think that's a hit.
The men that do that to young girls.
Oh, Alucarda. All right. So, would you recommend this? Who would you recommend this film to? What kind of person? Like, would you recommend it to your mom? Would you recommend it to my mom?
Artist. My mother's
What?
an artist. I would
Okay.
recommend.
I would recommend it to my mom because she, she used to want me to be a priest.
I watched it with a seminary professor in philosophy before.
How did that go? What was the response?
He liked it. He and I are good film friends, so
I get I could see, and this is not to reduce or anything like that, but people who don't let themselves get into it, let themselves get washed over by the beauty of the film or the production of it or anything like that. I'm talking about like teenagers who rented a video and are trying to be cool. They rent it on a Friday night and be like, what the hell is this? And they just make fun of it the whole entire time, because it's not like a slasher horror movie.
I think they'd just be spellbound.
Yeah. I wish the cool ones would be. The cool ones would be, Genevieve.
So beautiful.
It is.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you very much for being the first guest on the YKF Cinema Show. We're working out all the kinks, of course. But please tell everybody where we can find you.
My name is difficult to spell, so that's kind of a hindrance. But right now, I've just put up a new Instagram that'll be easier for you to spell. I mean, you can get me there, and I'll send you down. But it's Miss Genevieve. But the Instagram is Houston Dominatrix, which will lead you to the New Orleans Dominatrix Instagram. So, and msgenevieve.com, Miss Genevieve. So.
All right. Please go to yourkinkyfriends.com and get 15% off all inventory at Locked in Lust with offer code YKF. Any fun chastity stories?
Chastity stories?
Yes, we're locked in Lust. We're yes, because nuns and priests, they're all about chastity and being chaste and stuff like that.
The boy in chastity that went so far as to saw off his chastity device. Now, I don't know who wants to go down there back and forth with a blade, but he sawed it off. And then he was so embarrassed he wouldn't talk to me about it.
Oh no. Oh, after this, I have a poem, a community poem that we're going to work on called Chastity Tears for part of that Kink Helps Kink project. I'd love for you to be a part of it. It's only one line, one simple line. And all these other dominatrixes are adding these one line to it. Check it out, everybody. Yes, you'll love it. I'll explain more later. Please, everybody, go to your kinky friends. Support Mistress Genevieve. Support the kink community. And as always, be cool, be kind, keep an open mind. Thank you, everybody.
Cinematic and erotic thrills. Kinky people talking about films. Nicholas Tanek in